which one, so we'll just have to try to dial it in. This might be 99. It's not. GP Legend. Okay, GP Legend, we'll take it. Keywords are sequel, classes, and realism. Realism. Classes. Realism. And it's a sequel? And there are classes. And it's real. Arma 2. No, communism, mercenary, squad based. Oh, sorry. Stalker. Clear Sky. Nope. Okay. Modern Warfare, linear gameplay, Wookiee snipers. Guys, I promise you there is no realism to be had in a Star Wars game. This would be Star Wars. Oh, which one is this? No. Maybe this one? No. It's Vietnam expansion. What the fuck? Battlefield Vietnam? That's not even on here. Bad Company 2? What the Wookiee snipers? What are you talking about? To go back, I want to know about the Wookiee snipers. What the fuck are they talking about? Hold, I gotta Google this. Captain Sandwich got an offer to get his jar back. Oh, how fun. Wookiee sniper. No, every result. Oh, wait, hold on. Are they talking about the ghillie suits? Maybe that's what they're talking about. Wookiee sniper mod, Battlefield 2, a mod for Battlefield 2 that focuses on long-range sniping. What? Okay, well, we don't have time for this. We have a game to play. I'm just baffled by the fact that Wookiee sniper was one of the things. There's a Metacritic burn. Hold on. 88%. How is that a Metacritic burn? 88% is pretty good. Unless I'm missing something. I don't know. You blame Twitch? Oh, look like 38? No, it's 88. Yeah, the quality's probably not so good. Only the partners get the good quality streams. You guys are stuck with 480p or whatever you guys are getting on your phones. The important thing is that you hear my voice clearly and I guess, yeah, clearly, loudly and clearly. The font, no, the font is not great. It's very skinny. Yeah, I think the Bad Company games were actually pretty well received. So yeah, no issues there for sure. All right. Transition to the game. Let's loading. Just give it a second. Rilip is in smartass tonight. Yay. Where's everybody else at? Hex got into smartass. Captain Sandwich is in dumbass. Wonderful. My favorite. Oh, you went too quick, repeat bot. I guess. I thought it was only 5 seconds. It didn't feel like 5 seconds, but whatever. That's the game, I suppose. All right, today we need to heat up our environment, preferably non-explosively. So we're gonna throw down some flares and hope that that does something. Anyway, let's I guess we can turn that off. I'm gonna set this to lower. We're gonna go 0.1 to 0.5. And we'll call that good. So today's goal is warming up the habitat in here by whatever means necessary. I'm sure there are some ways we could do it more or less effectively, but we're gonna stick with what we know, which is using flares. Oh, I'm holding them in my hand. What? No wonder it's so red everywhere. And there goes that. That's turning on. Shouldn't that be turning off soon? Yeah, the temperature is going up. That is really, really annoying. All right, well. Okay. There was no way it was below 0.1, right? Why did it turn on? If battery is less than or equal to min charge, battery is equal to ratio. I don't know. I don't know why it turned on. That's strange. Maybe it was stuck in on mode or whatever. Fine. It's we should also get another battery installed. That would be cool. So let's make another battery. We should have enough steel, I think. We might not. We might have to make more steel. Battery. We need copper. Okay, no problem. We got some copper here. Let's check the temperature. We're good. Warm it up. Repeatball wants to know if I have solar panels. Absolutely not. Oh, Captain Sandwich died. What else we got? Anything else? It looks like the Hiss are invading. What the hell are the Hiss? Is that some nerd shit? Or is that something I should actually know? It's probably something I should know. So yeah, we didn't do solar panels because solar power is so weak out here on Europa. It's not worth it for the most part. We're gonna set up windmills when I eventually get around to it. But today we're gonna be doing a bunch of mining, I think. Gonna be a lot of mining going on. We'll just let that run while we're out. We're gonna go eat and drink and let this area warm up. We'll throw some ice in the ice machine here. Because that'll heat things up a little bit. I believe, is it the fuel that's going? Yeah, the fuel is currently heating air. Oh, I guess the oxygen too. Let's check. Oxygen is out. So let's throw some oxide in there. And then we'll go eat and drink. And then we're off to the races. Rilip got the lawn mowed today. Emmy was gonna mow and then it started raining. And now it's supposed to rain until Saturday. It sucks, man. It's raining all the time. Now, I don't mind the rain. I mean, I kind of do. Because it means that I get wet if I walk to work. Luckily, I can just bum rides off of everybody most of the time. It's not too bad. All right, let's check on this. This is empty. Perfect. We can take that apart. And that means we can drill this out and break this down too. So why not? Good deal. Good deal. Everybody's happy. Put the battery on the tracker. Make sure we got a mostly full battery in our tracker. Charge up the suit. Good. Okay, 100%, we're good. And put the suit on. Put the oxygen tank in the suit. Grab those. Swap this out for the tracker. Get the tracker. Get the mining drill. All right, let's go. We're off to go mining. Oh, hold on. Yeah. That's gonna happen a lot. Do I bless the rains? Only down in Africa. Not around here. It's not under my jurisdiction. Honestly, the ones in Africa aren't either. It's a very large continent. But I feel like we've been given permission by Toto to do so. I'll take advantage of that. How's it going for you tonight, RepeatBot? Anything exciting happening in your life you'd like to share with the class? Maybe you discovered some kind of locked vault inside your basement that you're eager to open and then terrified that there will be nothing in there, or even more terrified that there will be something in there. Perhaps the ants that were harassing you and sneaking into your bathroom have mysteriously disappeared right after you purchased ant traps. Or maybe you have been given a work project so absurd that just thinking about doing it is stressing you out. Are any of these things happening to you, RepeatBot? Sounds more like a Mighty Stoosh thing. I did turn the tracker on, right? Yes, okay, good. Grab some volatiles ice. Rilip says, Lord, deliver me from mice. Cop 4 this week. Oh, no. Yeah, we had mice at one point, like several years ago, and we have not seen any since. We put down some poison traps and just kind of hoped that they would go away, and so far they've stayed away. Not like our cat's gonna do anything about the problem. He'll just look at it and be like, oh, look at that. It's a mouse, cool. Let me observe it and then walk away. You know how cats are. If it's not smothered in gravy, they don't want to take a bite of it. Unless it's something they definitely should not eat, in which case they're like, oh, give me some of that. Oh, is that poison to me? Oh, perfect. That looks really good. Is that a piece of string that'll get stuck in my intestines and cause problems? Oh, man. Yum, yum. It doesn't help that our cat is orange, which, despite everyone on the internet saying are the most special of the cats, Emmy insists that that is not true. Rilip had mice the first year. Not surprising because the house was empty, then they went away until the fall, and every year in the fall we catch 1 or 2. This is the first summer I've caught mice. It's global warming, man. It's too hot outside. They're moving into the walls to stay cool. Smart mice. What I would do. I mean, if I was an animal, I would simply communicate with the humans around me to achieve my goals. But, you know, most animals aren't as smart as me, as we've learned. I'm living in Rilip's walls. It's like that movie with Gary Busey where he's living in people's walls. Semi-autobiographical, by the way. There was a period of time where Gary Busey was living in the walls of a suburban family's house. This was after the accident, of course. Rilip is waiting for one of the mice to ratatouille him. Well, you have to remember, Remy was a rat, not a mouse. Mice are stupid, rats are smart, or at least smarter than mice. I'm sure you're familiar with New York Pizza Rat. Now that's a smart rat. It's like, nobody's eating this pizza, I'm taking it home to my family. This is good stuff. Somebody dropped their slice. I'm taking the whole thing home. Gary Busey is an actual SCP. No, he's just, ever since they had to like put his brain back into his head after his motorcycle accident, I think he's just been a little nutty. But that would happen to anybody. That's why you wear a helmet. You wear a helmet or you'll end up like Gary Busey. That's what you should tell your kids. Sure, he was in the Buddy Holly story, but then after that, it's like he's the horror villain now. He's the ginger dead man. He's the guy who gets turned into a dog so he can teach you a life lesson. It's a good ad for helmets. I know I saw something on Reddit about Gordon Ramsay was in a bike accident and his helmet saved his life. So, you know, if you're, maybe that'll work too. One or the other, I'm sure will convince people to wear helmets. Honestly, you should just wear helmets because we should just wear helmets everywhere. When you're driving, walking in the grocery store, playing video games on stream, you never know when something's gonna fall from the ceiling and conk you on the head. I don't know how that would help. I guess it's better that the helmet takes the brunt of the damage. Just not something you ever think about until it's too late. It's like, how's this helmet gonna save me in the event of a skydiving accident? Like, well, you never know. It's like, sure, you're falling at terminal velocity towards the ground, but maybe the helmet will break your fall, or at least preserve your head for the when the ambulance shows up, and they can be like, yeah, he's definitely dead, but at least, you know, he's not all over the pavement for the most part. Ridlip saw a video of Gordon Ramsay's ribs. Sounds tasty. I bet he makes a mean set of ribs. I know you're talking about his like own ribs. I'm just being stupid. Sorry, it's my prerogative as the streamer. The helmet for skydivers is mostly to help you keep from hitting your head when you don't stick the landing, or when you're jumping out of the plane and you like bonk your head on the door, or possibly if you like slam your head into somebody else while you're going down. I don't think you're supposed to go in formation unless you know what you're doing, probably. I mean, if it's your first time skydiving, you got to go tandem anyway. They strap you to an instructor, which just seems humiliating. It's like, yeah, you're skydiving, but really you're mostly just kangarooing your way down. I do remember reading something about a guy whose skydiving instructor like had a heart attack or passed out or something, and he had to take over, which seems like the ultimate nightmare. It's like your first time skydiving, you're going with an instructor, the skydiver is unresponsive, and you're like, well, I don't know what to do. This is my first day. Rilip says, where's my AI parachute so I don't have to be humiliated? It'll open 5 seconds after you land. AI parachute. Where's my AI everything? People keep touting like, oh, AI is so basic. Look at all these things it can do. Okay, when can it do something useful? That's what I'm waiting for. Like, when can the AI do my house chores? Not, I mean, I don't have any, but like, the AI could clean my house for me. That would be nice. I need a Rosie the Robot type AI character. For you youngins, that's a reference to an ancient Hanna-Barbera show called The Jetsons, where they imagined a future in the year, I assume it was 2000, where everybody lives in giant towers in the sky, and it's kind of dystopian, really. And the dad works, and then the mom steals all his money. Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, what do we got here? More iron. We'll take it. We're just out mining for the heck of it today. Not looking for anything in particular. Just taking what we can get. Wasn't George Jetson born like 4 years ago? I think so. I remember seeing something about that. Kind of like when when 2015 happened, and everyone's like, oh my god, it's just like in the movie Back to the Future. It's like, yep, time does in fact continue moving. Now we don't have flying cars. I mean, we kind of do. We have helicopters, but presumably you wouldn't want to ride in one. I certainly don't. That's like the most dangerous form of travel. I remember I had to ride in one when I was coming back from Afghanistan, and they loaded us all into a Chinook, which is the big two-bladed ones. And I'm like, wouldn't it be hilarious if I like survived the whole year here and then the helicopter crashes on my way out? Fortunately, it did not. Otherwise, I wouldn't be streaming today. But it would have been a hilarious story to tell to nobody. Was it a CH-47 or a CH-46? Rilip, do you think I know helicopters? Come on. It was one of them. Do they look the same? I like, how did you spell Chinook wrong? Is it weird that the helicopters are named after like Native American tribes? Or is that a good thing? What do we think of? I mean, I guess what we think doesn't really matter.
Power low.
Oh, is this thing full? Oh shit, okay. All right, I guess I need to reconsider what I'm doing here. Inventory full. Let's go through and condense these down. And we'll have to move on out. Could use some nickel, that would be cool. All right, well, we'll continue to fill up our backpack too. But yeah, we gotta be on the lookout for the rarer stuff now, instead of just iron and copper all the time. Although we will, of course, always need iron for steel. I think it's about time we started setting up a trade post. We could probably sell a lot of ice to the traders for some good money. And fuel too. We can make a lot of fuel here and sell it. All right. Well, Rilip says they look very similar. Yeah, I don't have an idea. This was like 15 years ago. I've tried to block out that part of my life. Every day I wake up and I think, gee, if I had stayed in the army for X more years, I could retire and I could be retiring soon. And then I'm like, if I'd have made it that long, it was such an awful experience. There's a joke, I believe, in Full Metal Jacket where one of the Marines is like, they said I could go to war or go to jail. The funny thing is, if I had gone to jail, I'd be getting out today. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right. Where would you rather go? Given the choice between the two of them, I would... Oh, that's tough. I guess it depends on what my job is. If I just had to do what I was doing, I guess I'd take that. It also depends if the times are the same. This is basically the same thing. Is there liquid water if you dig deep enough? No. I think you hit bedrock at some point and you just can't go any deeper. That would be cool though. If you could build like a well and pump water out of the subsurface ocean here on Europa that presumably exists. Going the wrong way. We got to start heading home. Power's getting low. Well, there's iron to be had. Not gonna turn that down. Maybe I should. I just feel like I always need iron for something, so I hate to not grab it here when I have the opportunity. We're almost back anyway. Yeah, there's the lights. Starting to get stinky, it's true. Hygiene, well, it's yellow, which is okay. We'll have a shower here soon. I'm hoping we can get that done tonight, but it remains to be seen. We're at 100 degrees right now. No, we're sorry, negative 100 degrees, not actual 100 degrees, sadly. So we are gonna see what we can do here with what we have. So we've got quartzite. That's not right, that's silicon. Why do I keep calling it quartz? It's the same thing, right? Like quartz or silicon is quartz and vice versa. I'm not making that up. What game am I thinking of where they have quartzite? Is that Planet Crafter? Oh, we need a, what is this at? 2.93. Okay, so pressure's good on the fuel. Some pressure regulators here. Those in there. Hey, Worship Pizza's here. Grounded. Oh, you know what? Grounded does have quartzite. Quartz is the large crystalline form of silica. See, I'm not making that. Like, there's no such thing as just like silicon ore. Or nobody calls it that. I can see why they do it in the game because it keeps things simple. But I also think it would be cool if they used real ores like in Vintage Story. 50, and then coal. Cobalt is full. We gotta go smelt some ice too when we get a chance. All right, we got a chance. Let's go do it. Pizza, aren't you up past your bedtime? What are you doing? Are you here to harass Emmy? Hopefully you are. That would be cool. Okay, why is this thing turning on? What? You guys are seeing this, right? It's turning on and then it shuts. Why is it? What is, hold on. Okay. If the battery is less than min charge, I set it to 0.1, right? Min charge is 0.1, max charge is 0.5. If it is less than min charge, it should run until max charge, but for some reason, it's not. I don't get it. Mighty Stu, is Mighty Stoosh here? Oh, Pizza's staying up for the La Lisa song. Okay, well, have fun with that. I'm not making too much power. I don't understand. Maybe it's the number that it's polling is not correct. Oh, that's, oh, I see the problem. I was exporting to the wrong thing. This should be 0.1. This should be 0.5. Sneaky game. Okay, that should fix it now. I played myself. All right, let's get inside, outside rather. Now I've screwed up my no, the filtration doesn't have anything in there. There's no chips in there, so we don't have to worry about that. Okay, so let's head out to the ice crusher. So what are we low on right now? We're low on volatiles, so let's get them in there. We'll go drink some water too. This thing's turning into a sauna. It is very, very nice in here. 45 degrees. That's probably a little too hot. Why don't we suck out some hot air, suck in some cool air, and see what happens? I know what happens. Maybe, wonder if I could bottle some of this air and take it over to the, I guess I can't now because the air has been depleted. Eat a potato? Repeat. Why is it called an oven when you of in the cold food, of out eat the hot food? Yeah, why? The world may never know. All right, we got battery. All right, time to heat. Let's heat thing. Oh, god damn it. I need to make a hard suit so I can put a chip in that'll handle that automatically. All right, let's go check out what's going on here. Everything looks good. Where is it? There we go. We're currently at negative 61.8 for temperature in the fuel line, which is not great, but that is warmer than the inside right now, so that's kind of cool. You know what, I should go look at the temperature on that tank. Maybe that'll be warm enough I can bring it inside and heat it up. Let's see. 28 degrees of pure oxygen. Actually, that's great. I'm grabbing that right now. That's a great idea to do some like passive heating. Just use our exhaust tank basically. The incredible things you come up with. Cancel pressurize, that's fine. Yeah, so bring us inside, please. And let's heat things up. This should warm up our base slightly, not a lot. Although it is at 20 to, okay, now it's down to 18 megapascals. It was 20 megapascals, which is pretty warm. Or pressurized. What's the oxygen? Do I even dare? Negative 95. That is exceptionally too cold. I should probably use, I mean, okay, this is at 16 right now, so we'll get it down to 20 and then we can use that as our oxygen tank filler for the time being. We just got to keep an eye on it. We don't want to let it go below 8 megapascals for now. So negative 91. Yes, it's still very cold in here, I know. But, so we can go do some heating, I don't know. I'm debating how I want to manage pressure inside the base. Like maybe we set up something up top that we can just turn on and off. I don't know. There's a lot of easy ways to do it, but are they going to look good is the question. That's always the question we have to ask ourselves. Will this look good? The answer is no, we can't do it. Okay, we're at negative 85 now, so it's warming up slowly. Better than it was. It's negative, what, 120 outside? Maybe more. What's the fuel at? Negative 149. Negative 58. Oh, the fuel line's at negative 58. The exhaust is negative 150, which is just directly connected to outside. And this fuel's at negative whatever. Okay. Probably do that. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna risk it. We're gonna burn it off until it's down to 8. Because the last thing I need is to put my oxygen tank in there and it explodes because it gets overpressurized. That sounds like a good way to have a bad day. All right, there we go. It's 7.97. I trust that.
Air tank critical.
All right, we're good. Some nice warm oxygen for me to continue breathing. Let's, oh, the new battery's done. Nice. So we can wire this up. I think we need the old, whatchamacall here. What do I need? Steel sheets? I think I need steel sheets. Where did I put that? They're outside, aren't they? All right, let me just make some steel sheets quick. think we should have some steel in here. Steel sheets. Just 2 should be good. Yeah, don't worry, Rilla. I'm hoping we don't blow anything up tonight like we did last night. Watching that clip was like watching a train crash that's about to happen. It's like you see it coming. You're like, wait a minute, he didn't turn it off. Oh no. And then when we came back and everything was on fire, I'm like, what happened? Now I know what happened. I got distracted talking about X-Men or whatever, something stupid, and then I died, as usual. This always happens. Every time. All right, we can turn that on. So that will start charging now. As far as the load balancing, I'm not too like beat up about it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm kind of curious. So that's the power going in. Does the power and data provides data? So power comes in from the top, data comes in from the bottom. That's a little weird. But we can close that too. How cool is that? We don't have to look at it if we don't want to. All right. We do have potato seeds ready to go, right? Yes. Oxygen is good for a while. All right. Let's think about this. So what is the next? Is it time to set up the recycler maybe? That might be the next thing I should do. Let me go grab the recycler. Recycler and the centrifuge would be smart to set that up. Where is it? Outside? Let's be outside. Pop outside for a second. Okay. We doing German style recycling where you throw everything in one bin and then it just gets turned into bratwurst or whatever? Yes. Speaking of bratwurst, guys, 4th of July is coming up, and I was talking to my coworker because, you know, she knows what goes on in this town because she's lived here forever. We don't do fireworks for the 4th of July. We do it for Herman the German's birthday, which is always, I don't know, hilarious to think about. But anyway, I was asking her what's going to be going on for the 4th. And she's like, well, they might have something set up having brats and burgers. And I'm like, well, I do like brats and burgers. I probably still don't want to leave the house though. So we'll see how it goes. You guys know me and my distaste for leaving the comfort of my own home. I didn't need to do that, did I? I can just run it straight across. No need to cross the streams here. All right, what does this require? I think steel. I should have grabbed some steel sheets. Brats, burgers, and brews. Yeah, that's probably what they'll have. I'm not a big beer fan, which kind of sucks. Because we don't have, we have a brewery in town. But I don't like beer. So what is a guy to do in a German town when you don't like beer? And the answer is honestly, I don't know. There's really not much for me here. Luckily, I got you guys. I got video games. Really, I could be happy anywhere. We do have some pollutants. We'll have to set up make one of those portable filter unit things at some point. Need a wrench, apparently. And then a welding torch. There we go. Okay, so now we can start recycling stuff if we so desire. question is, what all do we need to recycle? I do know I need another locker. Let's start with that. Just maybe store our ingots after they've been smelted. Susan says, pizza, shouldn't you be cleaning? Yeah, pizza, shouldn't you be cleaning? No, pizza's staying up to watch the new Lisa video. There will be no cleaning. Shouldn't Emmy be cleaning is the real question. What's she doing? Probably sitting around watching some other stream. Wouldn't surprise me. Turn it around. Nope. Nope. It was right the first time. There we go. So that opens up. No clipping. Wonderful. And we can move our ingots over to here for safekeeping. Cool. Power low, huh? We can fix that. Boom. Susan's distracting Emmy with Bang Chan. She does a fine job of distracting herself, but I'm sure she appreciates your distraction. That's the fuel line, right? How's our welding torch doing? Okay, we still got plenty in the welding torch. It might be time to upgrade to the arc welder. Oh, what do we need for the portable filtration unit? Let's see what that requires. I'm sure that requires something. Portable scrubber, Invar and solder. Okay, let's make some Invar and solder then. So solder is iron and lead at low temperatures. We can probably handle that. So we do have 50 things of lead. We'll throw it in there. Throw some iron in there. And we just got to get the temperature right. I think if we bring in some cool fuel without heating it up, we should be okay. So as long as we don't ignite it, and as long as the temperature's low enough. And then we have to do the Invar, which I think is the one that's like a pain in the ass. Yeah, yep, that's the one that got us exploded yesterday on accident. We need to be below 550. Interesting. I could throw some ice in there. That would cool it down. A little bit of oxide. All right. And what? Oh, the pressure's. Oh, pressure just has to be above 1. That shouldn't be too hard. All right, let's open this up. And grab some oxide out of our backpack here. And that won't melt, fortunately, because it's still cold in here. Okay, nothing's happening. Somehow not cooling it down that much. Maybe we need to get some more pressure out. Still too hot. It will bring it down to 500 kilopascals and then throw the ice in. How does that sound? And then the pressure should be fine. Okay, shut it down. So it's at 571's fine. Let's just throw in 1 and see what happens. There we go. Okay, that's cooling it down quite a bit. Let's do 2. Okay, so we gotta be below 550. Let's run some more. Cool. There we go. Okay, and then throw it back in. And that should make our solder. Close that up. We should have 100 solder ready to go. So that's number 1 for the portable scrubber. And then what was the other stuff? Invar? Invar. All right. So Invar's a bit of a tricky one. Let's throw in the stuff we need first, which is Oh, we need nickel. We don't have any more nickel, do we? All right, fair enough. Let's get on that. We got a stack of iron here. Put that back in. Lead, gold, silicon, copper. All right. Got to go on a nickel mining expedition. That's the plan for now. Oh, hey, look. Tank is running, or the thing is running. Let's see how it's handling the temperature. It's got to get all the way up to 50. I'm curious if that's gonna work. Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's gonna shut off. Yeah, it shut off. It got too hot. Maybe we do have to get the pressures higher. All right, let's change the pressures to 200 and 100. And make sure that's going to the IC housing. Yes, okay. We'll pause the game while we're doing this. So pressure external should be 200. Pressure internal 0. Pressure external 200. External 100. Let's see, that's say like 1. No. It's heating. Yeah, what we'll say 100. We'll say 0. If it's because if it's pulling air out, then fine, whatever. If it's cooling, we want to go up to 200. We want to go down to 0. We'll see how that works now. So that'll hopefully maintain a, well, now it's doing this thing where it flip-flops back and forth. All right, what's going on? Oh, it seems to have equalized out. Susan is new. Hello, Susan. Welcome. I know you're an Emmy fan for some reason, even though she doesn't even stream. Say 273. So at freezing. And 278. Try to maintain like a 5-degree difference thing. Oh, I gotta export it first. There we go. Try to keep it nice and cool in there. There we go. At slightly higher pressures. One thing I'd like to do is replace these with reinforced glass, because we could use that for it would handle higher pressures, so it wouldn't explode. Emmy says she needs to take over one of my streams again. That's always an option.
Airtime critical.
Because it takes some of the pressure off of me, I guess. I don't know. Alright, so we will see if this thing kicks in. I kind of want to watch it, but... Oh, I see some carbon dioxide froze. That's hilarious. It's too cold. We'll go throw it in the thing. It's one way to get rid of our CO2, huh? Didn't realize it was that cold in -83. When does CO2 freeze? Carbon dioxide. Below... Show it in Celsius, please. Below -59, it becomes a solid. So... Or like 55. Oh yeah, okay. So we're definitely there. Thanks, science. Simple physics. It'll really make your day, huh? All right, now we wait for this thing to kick in. I should probably set this a little bit higher to get it working. We'll set it to 0.2. Export. Okay, here we go. It's turning on. Let's see how it handles the temperature. Not very well, as it turns out. Why is it going into heat mode? Oh, I really hate this thing. Literally could have just done a wind farm. Okay, what is the problem, man? It's basically never going below the min temp, let's be real. So the heater should never, the heat vent should basically never turn on. This game seems so complicated. It is. I have to literally write code. And I still, most of the time, don't even know what's going on. Okay, so if the current pressure is greater than or equal to the min pressure, then it goes to check temp. Otherwise, it pumps in warm air. Why would I ever want it to pump in warm air? That, you know what? No. No, 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 no. Heat vent on. Cool vent. Cool vent. I only want it to bring in warm air if for some reason it's too cold. I always want it to bring in cold air because I've never wanted to bring in hot air. Probably. I guess the problem would maybe be that, whatever, it's fine. Let's try that. So if it's below pressure, it's going to bring in cool air and then it's going to sort itself out, hopefully. I think Mighty Stoosh had some code for this. Maybe I should have just used that. Okay, now it's too cold. But now it's getting even colder. Oh, that's not ideal. Okay, hold. Maybe that's why I did that. Oh, no, there's, it's sorting itself out. Okay. It should be good now. So now we want it to turn on. We'll say 0.3. Okay, so here it goes. It's turning on. It's bringing in cold air. Okay. No, it got too hot now. How is it getting so hot? This is insanity. It's at negative whatever. Okay, now it's too cold. Now it's too hot. Oh, because I turned it off, right? Okay, let me set this. Okay, I think I know what I need to do. We're gonna set this to 25. I'll set that to 50. And what I want it to do is, I mean, maybe we just want it to run for like a little bit. So we set this to 25 and we set this to 30. That way it should never have to run for very long to maintain. Okay, now we turn it back on. Okay, there we go. Okay, it's cooling now. We should maybe set the temperature to be slightly higher. 75. There we go. So now it's resetting the temperature. I'm really curious, like, how other people do this, because it seems like it generates so much heat, but then, like, even bringing in extremely cold air doesn't seem to do anything for it. Maybe it's sucking out the hot air too fast. Let's take a look here. So this will push out until it's 200. If it's below 100, it'll just push, so that's fine, whatever. That's fine. We'll say 100, I guess. I don't know. And for when it's running in cooler mode, we want to push it as fast as possible and pull out as fast as, or maybe we don't. Maybe we want to run it down to like 20. I think 20 is the minimum that it needs to run. Okay. All right, so now we will wait. What are we waiting for? I don't know. I'm gonna say, wouldn't it be cool if we could run it for 10 seconds and then shut it off? But I think we want it to run until it charges the battery. Okay, can it please run? Point 0.3 to point. We'll try 0.4 just to test it. Okay, here it goes, turning on. So temperature is rapidly going up. And it doesn't seem to be hitting a yeah, maybe we need to limit the fuel going in. I think that's the problem. So let's set up a pressure regulator here. That was one of the things that was mentioned. So pressure regulator. And we want that to go, I don't know, 50? Maybe a pump would be better. I don't know. Because as it stands, it's like sucking everything. Maybe, I wonder if setting up some radiators would help. Oh, now it's too cold. How did that happen? Because the colder it gets, the lower the pressure goes, huh? Maybe that's why I had to bring it in warm air. Because now it's too cold to even run. Set it to 80. Now it's gonna bring in some warm air. We might not have enough warm air, chat. I might have bungled it. We might have to borrow some from here, which I hate to do, but you know what the problem was? Yeah, it's not gonna run because it's too cold. Okay, export. That must have been why I had it run in the warm vent. Okay, that's fine. Change it back. Yeah, just hold on. Okay, let's try that. All right, we got to take this outside. We got to drink some water anyway. Yeah, I don't get how it's able to generate so much heat that we, even with like below freezing temperatures, we cannot overcome the incredible heat that it's putting out. It seems like almost too much. Too much heat. Oh, here it is. All right, put it down. I'm gonna set this to something a little higher. I wish I brought the labeler out, but I didn't, so we're just gonna click a lot. Almost there. We're gonna get to 30. Okay, let's check the temperature. Okay, so temperatures are up to normal now. That's good. There's a little bit of nitrogen and CO2, whatever. That's not gonna hurt anybody, hopefully. All right, let's go get some water and some potato and all that stuff. Da-da-da-da. Yeah, it's still nice and mostly nice in here. Starting to think that the cooling was easier on Vulcan than the heating or the cooling here. It's starting to get a little crazy. All right, that should do it. Close the helmet. Yes, I know the hygiene is a problem again. It always is until we get the shower working. We'll just have to be patient. So let's take a look at some options here. Cancel. And what do we got? Okay, so temperatures are good now. What's going on here? Nothing exploded, right? Yeah, everything's good. We're all fine here. Nothing has happened. We still need nickel, of course. Let's set this to 0.2. 0.25 just for testing. Okay, so it's kicking on. There we go. And temperature's shooting up. Yeah, it's just like jumps. That's crazy. Okay, wait, why the fuck? Why is it bringing in warm air? That should basically never turn on when the thing is running because it's too hot. This is the problem. If the current pressure is less than the minimum pressure, okay, I'm gonna set the minimum pressure to 20 because that's, or 25, just to give it a little bit of a buffer. Okay, because that's the minimum pressure that the generator needs to run is 20. Maybe we need to make another one that's like ideal pressure. So if it is below minimum pressure, it'll bring in warm air. Good. Okay. Sounds great. Pressure external 100. Okay. 1000 is probably too high. So there we go. So this is running. That's interesting. It stopped because the pressure's dropping. Yeah, that'll do it. It's flipping again. It's flip-flopping. All right, we gotta fix this. Oh, I'm going nuts trying to figure this thing out again. Okay, pressure internal, pressure external. Yep, pressure external. Set this to like 40 and 40. Okay. Export it. So it should never go below 20 if everything's working as expected. All right, what is the other problem here? Bring some warm air. Pressure internal up to 100. So let's set this to 40. And then what's the min pressure? 25. Okay, sounds good. And yeah, so that all runs. Okay, let's try it again. Set it to 0.3 and set this to 0.35. Export. Okay, so start running. What happens? Temperature goes up, temperature goes down, temperature goes up. Pressure drops, but also fluctuates a lot. Maybe it's better to keep it at lower pressures because it's easier to cool. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, hold on. Maybe that's the ticket. Lower pressures, more airflow. Or maybe it's because I'm limiting how much fuel can get in. Yeah, maybe that's the problem. Just forget that. Bad idea. Let's try it without the regulator. Okay, 0.35 to let's put it up to 90. Let's see how long this thing can run. So take me from 30 all the way to 90 and see what happens. Temperatures are good. There should be no flip-flopping. It should be constantly bringing in air and taking out air. Okay, all right. It's running, it's running. Temperature is going up, but it's only going up by like 0.1 degree. And it should get slower as it gets higher because the cold air is coming in. Okay, there we go. It's working now. Okay. Maybe I figured it out now. I guess for some reason I thought having higher pressure in there was better, but lower pressure might actually be the best option. Yeah, it's running just fine. Let's check the fuel system. Fuel system is good. Batteries look good. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set it from 0.5 to 0.75. I'm gonna set the max min temp to 278 and the max temp to like 280. Actually, yeah, that's fine. Give it a 5-degree range there. And now it is shut off because we're up to 75. Okay, let's take a look at, because I think a lot of the work that's being done is being done by these external pressures. So this will only pressurize up to 40 and then it'll stop. And if the min pressure is 25, then whatever. Because we need it to be at least 20. All right, as for this pressure, let's set it to 40. Let's set it to 100, it's fine. So it should never go above 100 or below 40. Which is... okay, not 1,000. That's too much. Okay. I think we're good now. And shut that off. I'm gonna call it good for now, and we'll see what happens. What was I doing before I got distracted by the gas fuel generator once again? I think I said we needed nickel to make the Invar. Let's go do that. Also throw some stuff in the ice crusher. What do we got? Oxygen, we need volatiles. Throw it in. We'll go turn on the tracker. we'll be good. Ugh. At least on Vulcan, I never tried to get a gas fuel generator to work. But wouldn't that be cool if I did? That would have taken so much effort. Okay, battery in, tracker on, mining drill, good. Swap that out. Close me, close helmet. We're looking for nickel, gold, and silver. Let's get going. Tracker's on, yep, okay. Pay no attention to the stink meter at the top right, that's not important. Also, I wouldn't mind some more volatiles, that would be cool. Pull out of the way. So today's goal, there's some volatiles down there, perfect. Just need to keep throwing more oxide and stuff into the ice crusher. Helps us get the temperature up and make more fuel that we're gonna need a lot of. Ice, ice, baby. All right, stop. How's it going, Tristan? Back for more torture, huh? Me playing with the gas fuel generator. Freaking out because it doesn't work the way that I want it to. You know what a good generator is? The solid fuel generator. It's so easy. All you gotta do, put coal in, it makes power. No fuss. The gas fuel generator, it's like first, okay, so you provide it with fuel, right? And then it's like, but actually I require a specific pressure and temperature to function. Not quite correct. It's too hot. It's too cold. The pressure's too low. The pressure, well, I guess the pressure can't be too high. But man, it's a very fussy piece of equipment. Maybe the trick should be don't make it easier to use the gas fuel generator, make it harder to use the solid fuel generator. Maybe that's the play. Because I've seen so many people be like, why would I ever use this when I could just use the far superior solid fuel generator? And I'm like, you know what? That's a great point. Why would you? What is this over here? Copper? We'll take copper. Some oxide too. Oxide's useful. Get this gold out of the way so we're not double stacking. Is H2O ice? There's a couple of different ices. Yeah, there's water ice, there's liquid ice oxygen, there's ice volatiles, and then there's nitrice that has nitrogen and nitrous oxide in it. So all your different colors and flavors of ice at your disposal. But mostly I'm worried about volatiles and oxygen right now. I think I should have enough water to get me through for a while. Okay, that's good. In fact, I might want to throw some ice in the some water ice in the ice crusher just to get some heat transfer going. I hope it's not gonna freeze in the pipes. I guess that's always a possibility, right? Then we're gonna have a bigger problem. I'll have a bunch of ice floating around in the base and some broken pipes. Got gold. Gold is always good. Gold is used for many things. Maybe Mighty Stoosh will be around this weekend. We can play more on Vulcan. I've been itching to play some more Hot Planet. I think that's gonna be our next thing after Europa's done. Well, okay, so after Europa's done, I'm switching to a different game for a bit. I don't know what game yet. I haven't figured it out, but definitely a different game. Maybe Satisfactory 1.0 will come out. That would be cool. I would love that. All right, we're out here to find nickel. What am I doing? I'm getting distracted. Let's find some damn nickel. That's iron over there. That's copper up on the hill. Gotta be some nickel around here somewhere, right? There's iron, coal, uranium, silic. Oh, here we go. Nickel. Let's drill. Ba, 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 ba. What do you guys want to see? Maybe it's time for RimWorld again? That would be kind of fun. It's a lot of games I'd like to play, but it's like a pain in the ass getting started in a lot of games. And it's like, what if I play it and I'm like not having fun? Do I keep streaming it? I guess we know the answer for Stationeers. The answer is absolutely I do. What if I get stuck spending 2.5 hours trying to code a solution and then it still doesn't work? What do I do? Come back next week and try it again. We got a full stack of nickel. That's wonderful. All right, let's keep moving. How far away is the base? Over that way? All right. I think we got time. We can stay out a little bit longer. Might be worth getting some more silicon here. There we go. There's a stack. That was the thing we needed. We were making a portable scrubber, I believe. You do some. Oh, is that? No, that is cobalt. Nice. Cobalt's good. Always down for some cobalt. It's pretty rare. How modded do I like my RimWorld? I like my RimWorld unmodded. So there you go. Same as I like most of my other games. Unmodded. There's a few games. I mean, Minecraft mods are always great. Well, not all of them. See, the problem I have with mods, I know we keep coming back to this conversation. Most people who make mods for games don't... I guess I look at mods in games the same way I look at cheats in games, right? If someone's like, hey, I made a mod for a game that makes you invincible, or it's a quality of life feature so you can't die. I'm like, oh, so it's like a god mode. They're like, no, it's a mod. It's a quality of life feature that makes the game better to play. Hex wants that quality in his life. I mean, in real life, sure. But in a game, presumably you're playing... At least, okay, when I play games, I play them to be somewhat challenged. If I wanted to mindlessly enjoy entertainment, I'd watch YouTube or Twitch. If I'm looking to do something, I want to play a game where I have to put in effort to do well in that game. And if a lot of mods for RimWorld are just like, hey, this makes it so you could store 1 billion things on one tile. Don't worry about the balance implications of that. It's not like there's a reason you could only store so much stuff at a single place. It's a mod. It's quality of life. It's like, no, it's like it's the way that it is because that's how it's supposed to be. Also, the music stopped. Let me get something else for you guys here. And every time I try to explain this to people, I feel like maybe I'm the crazy one, and that might be true. But I also stand by it. Okay, so we have nickel, so we're making Invar. Let's try this. We need iron and nickel, so here's the nickel. We'll grab some iron, we'll throw it in there, and then we will start adding the fuel and stuff. Hexus, you can already turn off all danger and wormholes, so that argument is kind of weak. Yeah, you can. Well, and then at that point, why don't I just go outside and roll around in the dirt? Because obviously... I'm not interested in any kind of actual experience. It's been tailored for me. I just want to feel something. It's like when people say a game is fun with friends. Yeah, everything's fun with friends. It's because they're your friends. It has nothing to do with the game. You can go outside and whack each other. You'd probably get some enjoyment out of it. Okay, let's do this. Heat it up. We're gonna make sure we turn it off before we do that this time. Let's be smart about it. So the pressure is rising and the heat is also rising. We need to get above 1.2 and between 18 and 20 megapascals of pressure. I really, really wish I could take a shower, but alas, I cannot. Let's pop in a little more fuel here. Get that temperature up. It's got to be above between 1.2. That is such a narrow range. It's got to be at. I think we can hit it though. It shouldn't be a problem. Going to be getting right in that pressure range. It's going to be a little tough, I think. And Hex, I totally agree with you. People should play the game however they want. The way I want to play it is the way that the developer intended it to be played. They had a vision. That's like, imagine you go to you buy, I mean, I guess this is whatever, but imagine you bought like a painting and you're like, I don't like the way this painting that I bought looks. I'm gonna like change it, which is, it's your prerogative, but I'm gonna look at you like, you could just paint your own painting, man. You don't have to alter this one. This one's fine. If you don't like it, don't get it. Get a different game or painting. It's like writing fan fiction. It's like, yeah, you could write fan fiction or you could write your own story with your own original characters. All right, 1.2. So as long as it stays below 1.5, we're good. Okay, 16.9. Oh, we might get over 1.5 here, maybe. Let's see. It's gonna be cutting it a little close. Pressure's rising. Once it hits 18, 17.8, 0.9. No, we need a little extra burst of fuel in there. There we go. All right, here's our Invar. All right, what were we doing? Portable scrubber, that's what we wanted. Let that run. Maybe we should make a portable AC too. And here, okay, here's my favorite kind of mod. I like mods that take the engine of a game, like the skeleton of it, and instead of just adding like an item or whatever, they completely change the game, like total overhaul type mods. That's what I like. Also, what is going on with this? Is there no like load balancing between these? Does it drain one and then the other? That's unusual. Maybe this would be the time to start working on the windmills. Okay, this is on. Let's see. That's not right. We need a atmosphere. So we need a pollutant filter. I mean, we don't need it right now. How about a portable cooler? Portable air conditioner. That requires silver, which we have. Give it a go. That's one way to heat up the air here. What's the temperature right now? We can probably do, we'll just leave it. We don't need to do anything with it. I don't want to break something. I do need to make another battery though. Okay, so turn that off. Battery. Hold on, wrong machine. All right, so these things are gonna go hand in hand with my current plan. I believe they added the side, the liquid canister to the side now, so that's really cool. They've changed the way that the portable AC works, and I think it is now more, it's less cheaty, we'll say. Set that to hot. We need a battery, which is what we were gonna do. Battery, large battery. Yeah, we don't have Inconel yet. That's a while off yet. Although we do have the advanced furnace, we could theoretically do it. There we go. All right, give me the battery. We'll swap that out. Whoop, nope. My bad. Let's heat this place up. Let's go. Currently heating from the element, 250 watts. Is it working? It's still blue. Is it even doing anything? Oh yeah, okay, it is. It's just slow. All right, we'll let that run for a bit. And let's start making a large turbine here. Wind turbine. We want the upright. No, we want the wind turbine, the good one. So we'll throw some iron in there to make some steel and coal. Hey, it's mine and Captain Sandwich's favorite Sonic level. I think. Is this casino level? It might be. Sounds like it. Steal them up. There we go. All right, give me some turbines, please. We also need, we're gonna need more heavy cable after that. I think it's still too cold in here to open up my waste tank. How's the temperature? Negative 83 in the oxygen, and what is it in the negative 64 in the fuel? Okay. Interesting. So there's our first wind turbine. That'll give us sort of a base load. Not quite. It's not really, base load's not the right word. But it'll provide a trickle of power at all times, so we're not always relying on the gas fuel generator. Right, heavy cable. All right. Is there anything else we can do? Weird that it drains off the batteries one at a time. I thought it would do one. I thought it would do them at like equal amounts. I think I'm gonna make some floor grates so it's a little easier to walk around in here. It's like stepping over these is a little frustrating. Try to get in the most important places. Got a little area for a kitchen over here. Perfect. All right, 13. Guess we'll just wait. We'll leave it how it is. I don't want to mess with it right now. I'm just trying to think of something we can do while we wait. Throw some copper in there. Good idea. Here we go. We got some floor grading. Let's go. Let's just run that down the middle here. And inside the airlocks. Nice. Looks better already. How's the cable doing? 26? That might be enough. Just shut it off. Another set of grating. That might be enough too. Again, I'm just trying to make it a little easier to walk around in here. Yeah, that's better. Okay, cool. We can shut that off. And we'll have some set aside for later. All right, let's get out there and build the thing. Just gonna get some nitrogen in here. Fine. Little nitrogen never hurt anybody. So I don't think so. I know there's the nitrogen thing you get when you like the bends. Oh, okay, hygiene is low. You know what? I think if this guy is right, I think we need to get a we need to grab some food and go hang out in the sauna for a bit to relax. Let's cook up some potatoes. Cook them up. We'll go chill with our suit off for a bit and I don't know, just relax. There we go. Okay. Throw some stuff in the ice crusher too, so it's crushing while we wait. I should set this to 0. Oh man, actually no, that's fine. That is 100% okay by me. We're not doing anything right now anyway. Okay, we need oxygen, so throw oxide in. So we just gotta jump in our little area here, habitat. Relax with our suit off for a bit. There we go. All right, suit off. Oh man, that storm would have been so good too. That sucks. We could have got it. It'll be ready for the next time. It's not a big deal. Okay, so here's our potato feast. Some water. All right, so we have a wind turbine to put down with some cables. What do we got in our backpack? Just a bunch of ice. Wow. Okay. I guess we threw all the ores in the locker then, huh? Mood is increasing from being in a room. Good. Shut that off. Charge it up. And take this opportunity to charge all of our tools too. Charging up. We're good. Wrench does not have a battery. That makes sense. Ooh, the angle grinder was almost dead. All right, so other than RimWorld, guys, what are some games you'd like to see that are not like the kind of games you would spend 100,000 points to make me play? Let's start there. Which water's in there? 7.27. All right, that's good. You guys saw me play Moon Mist and bang my head against the like 40-year-old gaming conventions that are irrelevant. I don't know what a menu is. I'm an orc in Middle Earth. We don't have restaurants. I just know that meat's back on it, boys. 290 in, blah, 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 blah. There we go. Okay. And our hygiene's filling up, so we'll just wait here. I love ants. Go play Empire of the Undergrowth. I did see that. It reminded me of Sim Ant, but more modern. I loved Sim Ant as a kid, though. What a fun game that was. All the Sim games, really. I think the only ones that I didn't like were Sim Town, which was like baby mode Sim City. Sim Park, which was like building a safari. I loved Sim Earth, even though I could never figure it out. Hex says he thinks I'll need a SNES emulator. For Sim Ant, you could just play it on, you could play the DOS version. Same with Sim Earth. Sim City, I played Sim City. It wasn't really, I never understood it as a kid. It never made, like I could play it, but I didn't understand what was going on most of the time. It was one of those kind of games. It was still fun though, like don't get me wrong. But when I think SimCity 4 is when it really clicked for me. Like I played SimCity, SimCity 2000, and then eventually SimCity 4. And then after that, I'm like, this is peak city building. They can't get any better. And they haven't proven me wrong. So yeah, SimCity 4 is still the best city builder out there. All right, let's get our first wind turbine down. Well, that's sort of obnoxious. So you're telling me if I want to run the cable, I got to do it like that, huh? This is going to hang off the side. That's probably okay. What do I need to do? Steel sheets. We got them. Some cable coil. We got them. And then what? Screwdriver? It's always the screwdriver, isn't it? We'll have another one ready to go here at some point when we get around to making another one. Oh, that's weird. I didn't realize that they came in different flavors. Yeah, look at that. Sometimes you have the bolts on top and sometimes it's underneath. That's weird. Guess we want the bolts on top, huh? To match. All right, so that'll help charge that up. But we should make more of those then. That's what I'm hearing. Have I played Factorio? I've played Factorio quite a bit actually, yeah. Perseus Munn. What a wonderful name. Is it Kerbal related or just coincidental? I'm currently waiting for Satisfactory to release in 1.0 for my next city builder game or factory builder game. Is the heater working? It's working. It's slow. Holy moly. Oh, we just gotta let it run. Let it ride. All right, well, let's get another turbine. Can't hurt, right? Yes, KSB. All right. How do you feel about the I guess this probably goes without saying how you feel about the current KSP2 debacle. I fortunately didn't buy it when it came out. I was waiting for Colonies and Interstellar, and now I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, sad, really, yeah. I think that's where a lot of people are. I'm sure some people are really angry. It's like, I paid money for this so that I didn't even get what I wanted and everything sucks now. It's like, yeah, that's life sometimes. I think you're better off getting burned on KSP2 than like a car or whatever. Oh, the storm's over. That sucks. Oh, we'll go set it up anyway. Could have seen that coming when the storm started, when I was coming out here in the first place. Just hop up on the roof here. So we want it to face towards the wind. I realize it can go either way. The game doesn't actually keep track of that stuff, but I think it looks best when it is facing into the wind. Kind of like in Vintage Story when I have the windmills facing the same way. At 11 right now. I guess the generator hasn't run in a while. Oh, and this will be nice because it's an odd number, so they'll line up here. We can have 3 by 3 across. We'll set that right there. Although that probably doesn't need to be a 3-way, it just needs to be a curve. I don't think we're gonna do anything else. Wait a minute, that's not going into the battery. I'm an idiot. Ugh. No wonder, that's just charging all the other stuff. Hold on, we gotta fix this then. We will run this way then. Oh, that's gonna be nasty, isn't it? We gotta run it down. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot more to work with then. I don't know what I was thinking with that. And then this one needs to be... You know what? No. Let's be smart about this. There's already an intersection here. Let's just use that one. Okay, so that needs... We're gonna have to go inside and fix that. That wasn't even gonna charge our batteries anyway. We can close this up too. I shouldn't be taking this battery. Should only be open in emergencies. Perseus says this is a great game with a great dev team. It's true. I know people have a lot of things to say about Dean Hall and Rocketworks in general, but I have no complaints. They've been working hard on this game, even though I'm sure it's not a huge moneymaker for them. It's a very niche product. And that's more than I can say for Take-Two. Which, yeah, there you go. That's what I have to say about that. All right, so there is perfect. So we can put that right here. And boom, we got ourselves a little... That's not gonna work because there's a cable in there, isn't there? We're gonna have to go around the side then. Oh no! Oh, that sucks. All right, we gotta open this up. I hate doing that. Oh, let me shut this off then. Sometimes you gotta do it though. Okay, so you go like that. So maybe we want to go up the corner like that, and then it should be fine to just come around the side. And we'll have walls over this at some point anyway, so you won't be able to see it. Okay, and then we put the glass back and turn that back on. And this is still running, slowly heating up the atmosphere. And we need more cable now. All right. Things are coming along nicely, I think. Only major issue is the oxygen is too cold to use right now. Maybe that's not always going to be the case. I don't know. Oh no, it's not too bad. If we can get it above freezing, it'll be fine. It's not going to get above freezing right now, but it will eventually. How is the fuel also? Oh, hey, look what just turned on. Cool. And what's the pollution situation? Not too bad. I can live with that. We'll fix it later if we need to. Oh, I can take this apart too. I'll buy me some extra. There we go. That's all linked up again. Oh, maybe we have enough cable. Maybe just enough? Yes. Okay, perfect. So that's gonna, so now the windmills are gonna power that. We can shut this off. There's some heavy cable for us. What next? What next? Temperatures are holding here, so it is charging up. What did I set these to? 0.75. Okay, so when it gets to 0.75. Just the one, too. It's not going to fill up all of them. Okay, cool. So I feel confident the gas fuel generator is now working. The heater is running. We could set up a grow light. I don't know where. Maybe over here somewhere. Next to where the water dispenser is going to be. I guess in that case it should be like that, right? I don't know. Rilip feels confident it's working. Yeah, me too. Funny how that works. How's it going, Rilip? What am I doing? We do need to get crops going. As always, I worry about stuff. Maybe that'll be fine. Oh my god.
We're not worthy.
Who's that? Perseusmon. Hey, thanks for the follow. Excellent timing. You've come on a very good night. I don't know why it's just every night's a good night, really. We're having some good time in Stationeers. And if you have any other similar game recommendations, I know you said Factorio earlier. Is there anything else you like? I am always looking for new games to try and play and revisit, and just you don't want to get stuck in a rut. I think that happens too often to people. Like, well, this is the game that I play on stream, so this is what I'm gonna play for the rest of my life. All right. Oh, hey, we can automate this one too. We have the technology. So that's where the water dispenser is gonna go. And then, oh, I can just run the cable up the side of the wall here. Perfect. All right, what are we at here? 31. All right, let's get to work on that. Need a lot of cable coil. I think does work. Awesome. Oop. And then run that over to the side. Okay, so that can turn on. Just kidding, it's not hooked up to the network yet. Now it is. All right, so that can now turn on. So when we eventually start planting crops again, we'll be good to go. Also, Rilip, I really want to see Red 1 now. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about the trailer that spoke to me on a deep level, but I saw the schlockiness, and I know I talked about this last night after we watched it. But there's something about it, man. It's like, no, even when I was making fun of it for being obnoxious and stupid, just some part of the trailer made me want to watch it. They got to me, man. They figured it out. They hacked my brain. All right, looks like all the filters are doing well currently. We could try throwing some water ice in there just to see what happens. Worst case scenario, it freezes and breaks a pipe. That's not the worst thing that's ever happened to somebody. But best case scenario, the water will help warm up the habitat, which would be great. And how are we doing here? Filling up volatiles. That's going to increase the fuel. Oh, I guess this is where the fuel would go, huh? So this is at 8.25. This is at 3.6 megapascal, so no problems there. Yeah, it takes itself very seriously. That's a great point. Like The Rock doing his... they're treating it like it's The Fugitive or something. Or one of those movies where an important politician is kidnapped, but it's just Santa Claus, and it's great. Turn on my jetpack. Don't need to do that. They got Saint Nick. All right, so we're good here. I was thinking we could take the charger over, but I don't think we need to. And the water dispenser is gonna stay there until we've exhausted the water supply, I think. Santa Claus is an Omega level mutant. Oh boy, not this again. He delivers coal to Thanos. Water. All right, we're gonna try water ice, and we're gonna see what happens. So there's currently water being dispensed. What's going on here? It's currently filtering. That's weird. Why is this? Oh, it's heating. I suppose it's heating the nitrogen and the volatiles before it sends them out, right? Okay, so we now have water. Temperature is at 11 right now. And dropping, which is not great. But maybe it'll be okay. Again, we are heating up the habitat in there with the portable air conditioner. It'll take a while though. Oh, now it's heating up because it's putting out more warmish water. I wonder how much power the ice crusher takes to do what it's doing. Yeah, not too worried about it. We'll just let it run. Let's head back inside and see how the environment is looking. All right, how is this going? 250 watts is currently negative 72, so we've heated it about 8 degrees so far. All right, water's fine. That's good. Temperature is, or power is currently holding. We could do another wind turbine, I suppose. That wouldn't hurt anything. Actually, I should make the tier 2 mod for the auto lathe. Be a good use of our time. We could also start thinking about recycling some of our older iron stuff. Because really, we shouldn't need that anymore. Let me just grab it out of the chest here. You guys all saw the like Willy Wonka Satisfactory game, right? Yeah, I saw it was free on Steam. And I was trying to figure out like what the point of it was. Like, why would you make a Satisfactory clone where you build a candy factory? I mean, that's it. Why would you build a Satisfactory clone where you build a candy factory and then give it out for free? What's the angle here? Is it some kind of crypto miner? Like that banana game? I don't know. I actually don't know what the deal with that banana game is. I watched a video about it. I still don't understand. All I know is it's doing something, and it's probably nefarious. Or maybe it's just as simple as they get a cut whenever somebody sells a banana. Which is not nefarious, but it is a little silly. The rare bananas are presumably all sold by the game owner. Maybe, I don't know. But who's buying them though? Who's buying these bananas? Somebody somewhere is doing something. And I want in. Iron. So we're gonna start breaking down these old iron frames. We will not be needing them. Like I said. We'll reclaim some iron. The same kind of people who got into cryptocurrency is the speculator market, sure. The very large crossover of speculators and gamers. Look, if Diablo can make the real money auction house, these guys can make their fake real money auction house, right? I think we leave the iron sheets out there. The Beanie Babies. Oh, the Beanie Babies. People were nuts for Beanie Babies. I remember when I was a kid, my mom would buy Beanie Babies, and we'd have to get these little plastic protectors for the tags. Because, you know, obviously you don't play with the Beanie Babies. You buy them to sell them at some point in the future. Oh, shoot, it's making another one. Okay, good, it didn't. We caught it in time. I would have sucked. Is there, what can we make with the auto lathe Mark II? We can't make with the Mark I. Curious. You see the suit, the access bridge for the rocket stuff, bed. Well, I think we can make beds anyway. Blast doors, cladding, and we have that. Combustion centrifuge would be good. Composite, ooh, the composite window shutter. That's new. I don't know what it's useful for, but it does look cool. The deep miner, of course. We have a hydraulic pipe bender. We don't really need any of this stuff. Rocket manufactory. Yeah, maybe we'll do something with rockets this time. We never did it before, but no time like the present, right? All right, so now we have a solid generator to add to our collection of stuff we don't use. Let's pop back outside. Were there any other like big speculator booms? Or I don't think people were buying Cabbage Patch Kids as speculators. I think they were just, there was like a shortage of them and kids wanted them for Christmas. It was like a more of a, like people wanted them as toys, not to sell. Kind of like the PS5 or whatever PlayStation thing comes out and then you buy it and like, yeah, there are people who are reselling it, but for the most part, people are buying it to have one. All right, why am I out here again? Oh, we need oxygen. Good point. We will use this thing. I do have some concerns. We're gonna take this and use it here briefly. Bring me in. There was a time baseball cards had that level of hype. Ooh, baseball cards. Oh, comic books. There was a big comic book. When was that? In like the 80s? Because all the old like Superman comics were going for hundreds of dollars and people were like, oh my god, I gotta buy like 6 copies of every new comic book that comes out. When obviously, you know, if everybody's buying 6 copies, it's not going to be worth anything because the supply is going to be huge. I bet it's worth a lot now, some of those comics, if anybody's still held on to them. But I think people expect to buy it and then sell it immediately and be like, look, I made $600 selling comic books. It's just we're just constantly repeating the tulip thing that happened. Everybody's buying tulips. Nobody wants them. Nobody cares what they are. They just know they're worth money, so they're willing to shell out for them. You know what I'm realizing? The limit on canisters is not 8, it's 10. So why am I worried about it? We're still not doing the water dispenser yet. How's the fuel line holding up? -60? Okay, that's pretty good. Auction is -33. So far, so good. Probably we can shut that off for now. That we can use this as like an emergency fuel thing. Power is low, I guess. Alright, it might be time to go do some more mining. What's the next thing we want to make from the tool manufactory? Maybe the sensor goggles? Sensor lenses. That requires Inconel. What do we need for Inconel? Alright, we need gold, steel, and nickel. So I think we can do that. We need to get some nickel, as always. It's always nickel around here. Were you around for the baseball card speculator bubble? Is that why you're telling me this? I'm gonna make fun of how old you are. What was it like meeting Babe Ruth? I bet he's super cool. Before your time. All right, that's fair. I'll give you this one, only because it was so long ago. All right, power low. We should have charged up before we walked out. It's fine. All right, what are we low on? Volatiles. Okay. Throw some in. We go in. We charge up. We open our waste tank. We swap out the battery. Battery's good. Hand drill's good. Angle grinder could use a fresh one. We put a battery in the tracker because we are, of course, going for another exciting mining run, which is now what this game is going to be. But this time we're going to be looking for nickel specifically so we can make Inconel, so we can make the sensor goggles. That's the big one here. And then hopefully we won't have to walk around as much to go mining because we can just see underground. What do I think is the cringiest thing we're doing now that people will laugh at in the future? Free-to-play skins? No, it's probably something we don't realize because people think free-to-play skins are cringy and NFTs and all that stuff. It's got to be something that people do and they're like, they don't care about. They're like, oh yeah, this is totally normal. But the problem is that's hard to identify in the moment, right? Celebrity skins for your set. No, that's something that's people are gonna have in the future that they'll in the future people will think is cringy. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's something we're doing. I'm not doing anything. What do people buy? Oh, I mean the Stanley Cups, but I think people now even think that was cringy. I can't think of anything that a lot of people buy that we think is totally normal. And that's a product of me not interfacing with regular society. Hey, Mighty Stoosh is here. Having a shower in your basement is absolutely the worst thing ever. It totally sucks. It has basically been a thorn in my side for the last 10 years. It's gross, it causes problems, it's hard to clean. We couldn't get a mortgage because of it. It's just been a nightmare. And I honestly don't know how to fix it. Basically, we'd have to tear down the house and start over from scratch, because the house is not big enough to facilitate the existence of a shower anywhere else but in the basement right now. We just need the bucket. It's true. Worst comes to worst, we've always got the bucket, right? It's a shower and a toilet all in one. Preferably not at the same time, but hey, you know, you gotta make do. Country girls make do. Into the bucket, preferably. You can add a room without tearing down the house. Yeah, but that's just like putting a band-aid on the problem. So we're adding an entire new room to the house. At that point, that's gonna cost us as much as just building the house from scratch. I don't think you understand how like awful this house is. The only nice thing about this house is that it was incredibly cheap compared to like a normal people house. It was like 80 grand to buy the house. And I'm sure anybody who's in like California is gonna, their eyes are popping out of their head like, you got a house for 80 grand and you're complaining? And yes, California man, I am complaining because it's a shitty house. Sure, it is a house and it does come with some land on it that it is on. Add more than one room. Okay, so basically we're building another house adjacent to our existing house. Look, the house is 100 years old. The pipes are bad. The wiring is bad. Everything is bad. Adding another room is just not, it's not enough. It needs a total factory reset on the house. Just down here getting some silver and trying to keep up with chat. Rilip says, I don't think building one room costs as much as building an entire house, but what do I know? Oh, it probably is cheaper, but again, it's just delaying the problem. So we add another room to, I don't know what part of the house, because there's only so much room on the lot to build extra rooms. And then what? Now we have a bathroom like attached to the back of the house? Problem remains unsolved. And you got to run plumbing to it. We would have to tear up a bunch of the foundation probably to be able to do that. It's like just burn it down and start over is what I say. Unfortunately, the house is made of brick, so it wouldn't really burn. So we're gonna have to like, they're gonna have to bring in a bulldozer or something and push it over, whatever it is they do for actual buildings. The tracker's on, right? Yeah, we're good. We're not gonna get lost out here tonight. That's oxide. We don't need that. See some copper, we'll take that. What I really need is nickel. I think we're just gonna make a little bit of Inconel because I don't want to make a bunch. Oh, my filters are low. That's something I should keep an eye on. One thing I was thinking of, speaking of what you're saying, Hex, is we have enough room in the backyard. We could build a new garage. And I was thinking, what if we built a garage that had like a house as part of it, like a small house, like a mother-in-law suite they call it, and then we can move into that while they tear down and rebuild this house, and that way, you know, we don't have to stay in a hotel or whatever. And then when we're done with that, we have a new house plus an extra space for whoever to live in. Only problem with that is it would be ridiculously expensive, and I don't even know where to start with a plan like that. Like, I'm willing to take on a full mortgage or whatever. But I don't even know if that's a thing you can do. And honestly, at this point in my life, I don't care. I'm fine living in this horrible, horrible house until I die, which will hopefully, mercifully, be very soon. All right, which way are we going? We're going this way. Anyway, if I ever get rich, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna build basically a second house, move into the second house, tear down the old house, build new house, live in new house, and then have other house for mother-in-law or whoever. Probably not mother-in-law, because I don't know. Sounds kind of like a nightmare. Although it would be a separate house. It's not like she'd be in the main house. Iron? Iron's good. We can make some steel, which we also need for Inconel. It does suck that the alloys are, like the advanced alloys, give you like way less than the sum of their parts. Because if you make steel, you put in 200 grams and you get 200 grams of steel. If you make Inconel, you put in 100 grams and you get like 50 grams out of it, or whatever. All right, lots of iron is great. So if anybody's like a real estate person or a contractor and you know anything about building these things, let me know. I'm interested to see how, like, what my options are for doing what I want to do. Because again, we have the land. It's just a question of knowing what I can even do legally, like, because I don't know about permits and stuff, and then finding someone to do it, and then getting money to pay for all that stuff to do it. Oh, whatever. I'll probably live till I'm very old, so I can just work until I pay it off. Whatever. I gotta work anyway. What difference does it make? Where is nickel? I feel like we're always short on nickel. One of the reasons I want to make the sensor goggles, so we can find this stuff more easily. So I'm noticing our thirst is low. We should probably stop in the sauna before we go back inside the main building. They don't teach real estate and financial planning classes. They kind of do. They mostly focus on the finance side of it and like getting a mortgage. But this, again, basically I just have to go to the bank and say what I want to do, and they'd evaluate it and they'd be like, yeah, no. Like I said, it was a nightmare trying to get a mortgage to buy this house. We couldn't even get it. We had to do like a side deal with the landlord, and now we own the house and we're paying him directly. It's very silly. And you know the reason we couldn't get the mortgage, I said this earlier, because of the stupid fucking shower in the basement. Like, yeah, you gotta have a real shower or it doesn't count. And I'm like, what? Who cares? What, like, the shower's the shower. We've been using it for 10 years. Now you're telling me it doesn't count? I guess they care. I care a little bit because it's annoying. It's hard to clean. Emmy hates it. But it is what it is, I guess. Let's get in here. Drink some water. Take off our suit briefly. All right, drink water. Eat potato. Turn this off. We will probably get back out there and go mining again in a bit, but let's go count our ores and see what we can do with them. They have build and teardown loans, just need a GC. Yeah, that's another thing. I'll have to talk to my coworkers. We could probably find somebody who'd be willing to do that around here. I see a lot of people doing like renovations and construction on their home when I walk to work. So I'm sure there's somebody we could find, but yeah, it's a whole thing. Sounds like a lot of work. Okay, everything looks good. Temperature's good. 15 though. Shouldn't it be a little cooler than that, or did I set it at 15? I set should be at 10. Why is it not? Check temp. It's greater than max temp. What is that? I guess that is the max temp is 15. Never mind. Oh, the max temp is 10. Interesting. What's going on here? It's over the max temp. Checks the pressure. Check temp. Less than min temp. So it's greater than max temp. It should go to cool. Cool turns on and vents in, and pressure. It is on, but it's not doing anything. What the heck? Oh, okay. This is running now. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Damn it. It's fucked up again. How does this keep happening? Oh, I see the problem. Let's try that. Because I took the tank off, it's not gonna pump properly. Yeah, okay. No, I got it. That's my bad. Because I took this tank away. So it's overheating because it can't pump enough air out of there. I'll shut that off. Let's go through our stuff here. We got some iron, we got some copper, we got some silver, lead. Don't really need a lot of lead, do we? Coal is always nice. Gold. And sadly, no. Not enough nickel. All right, what do we need? Quarter nickel. So if we need 10 nickel, 10 steel, and 20 gold, I think we could make 20 Inconel, right? All right, let's try that. So split and then do 20. We need to make 20 steel first, so let's make sure we have everything that we need. So 20 steel would be 15 iron, which fortunately we have here. Okay, so 15 iron and 5 coal, which we might have that much somewhere. We do not. That's okay. We got 5, and then we'll hold on to this one. All right, so 15 plus 5 is 20. Plus 20. Oh, okay, whatever. We'll make the steel first. All right, let's vent out some pressure first. Also, the other problem is we haven't paid off, obviously, the house because we only bought it at the end of last year. So I don't know how that would work. Like maybe we could get something as part of that. All right, there's the steel. So 20 steel. Let's make the 20 gold. Just to degas it and everything. So we don't have to worry about that changing it. And then... what is it? Oh no, I need a... okay, I need 40 gold. Let's do that then. Oops. So 40 gold. And 20 steel and 20 nickel, which I don't have. So we'll have to go get more nickel either way. That is totally fine. I am okay with this. We need to get nickel anyway. Just really looking forward to those sensor goggles. And here's our iron. Very cool. Hold on, what time is it? Is it halftime? I think it's past halftime. Oh my gosh, nobody reminded me. Hold on, let me quick save here. So halftime, oh, a little late, but let's find out what Emmy has sent us. What horrible, horrible nonsense she's going to expose us to today. We did Christmas with Dennis. We did Kathy Don't Go. Oh, Romania. Oh, hell yeah. Let's go. You guys remember Billy B, right? Billy B, the guy talking about energy and me, etc., etc. Well, this is the same guy, but better and more. So let me switch over here. You guys are gonna get a huge kick out of this one, I'm sure. Video yeah, make sure it calibrates the video. We don't want any tracking problems on this VHS tape we're watching. No part of this videotape may be reproduced or transmitted by any means, electronic or mechanical. Uh-oh. Whatever. It's 1995. What are they gonna do? Flowerfield Enterprises is gonna send me a copyright strike in 2024. Oh, it's got the hiss, the VHS hiss. All right, I'm ready. I'm ready for some live worms and songs. There we go. There he is. It's Billy B.
Oh, welcome to Wormmania.
Yes,
Learn everything you ever wanted
worms.
to know about worms. Featuring Mary Applehoff as Worm Woman.
Oh no.
With Billy B and the Brennan Kids.
Here we go.
Have you ever seen a leaf disappear into the ground?
No.
It was probably a worm, yes, pulling that leaf down.
Dad, what are you watching?
I'm watching a worm drag a leaf across the ground.
Why are you watching a worm drag a leaf across the ground?
Because it's fascinating. So I thought I'd just have to write a song about it.
Fascinating?
Yeah.
That's right. I couldn't agree with you more, Billy B.
It's Mary Applehoff.
Who said that?
I did. I'm Mary Applehoff, the worm woman from Kalamazoo, and I speak
She's
for the
in the
worms.
video.
Dad, she just talked to us. How did she do that?
Call it magical, call it techno-mystery.
Let's call it following the script, Dad.
Number one son speaks the truth.
Anyway, Dad,
They filmed this
I need
in
a
their
writer
home.
from Jessica's. It's since James failed his driving test.
Well,
Oh.
excuse me.
Oh
That
no.
leaves you, Dad. Can I get a ride?
Sure, as soon as I get done writing the song.
He's got to write the worm song
How long
first.
is that gonna take?
About a half hour, or maybe shorter if you both help me.
All right,
That's what
let's
you
go.
get when you have a songwriter for a father.
That's what you get, huh? He's no Bill
Have
Nye.
you ever seen a leaf that disappear into the ground? Was probably a worm, yes, pulling that leaf down.
There it goes.
What's the worm gonna do with that leaf?
It's going to eat it.
Yeah, so when a worm needs something to
Oh
munch,
no, the guy's
he
singing
drags
now.
the leaf down into his hole for a lunch.
Ooh, I love
He's just making fun of his hair.
So what are we
Hey, that
talking
was the
about?
90s, all right. Everybody had hair like that.
What are you singing about?
Oh, there's another one. Oh, the rat tail.
Worms.
Oh no.
Worm woman?
Hi, Julian.
Oh.
We're talking about worms because they're so valuable to the entire natural world, and that
Emmy's saying it's a
includes
wannabe
people.
Leo.
Prove it to him, worm woman.
Okay, meet me out in the yard.
Where did she go?
Well, you heard her. She said the meter outside.
He's got the
Yeah, you
Padawan
expect me to
braid.
believe that?
Let's go and find out. Come on.
That poor kid. Oh. All right, they're outside. Where's the worm woman from Kalamazoo? This is way better than Energy and Me. This is actually kind of funny. How much we've watched, like 3 minutes. I think we get the idea. Emmy will post the rest if you want to watch the whole thing. it's a worm woman, bad hair. It's the 90s. It's great. Everybody's having a good time. Let's get back into the game. If you're new here and you're wondering what just happened, because stationeers can have some stability issues if you play for long periods of time, and a lot of games might have problems with that, especially early access stuff, we try to break partway through the stream to watch a brief intermission and let the game cool off, so to speak. And Emmy finds these horrible, awful, classic VHS low budget tapes for us to enjoy. So yes, wow indeed, Perseus Munn. I am interested in learning about worms now. At least I want to hear what Mary Applehoff has to say about those worms. We didn't get to the part with the worms mating. I'm glad we maybe didn't get that far. That could have been possible TOS violation for worms. All right, it did it. Or is the game back yet? There it goes. Okay, we're good. Load her up and let's get to work. We got a lot of stuff we got to do yet. No time to rest and enjoy the worms. We have too much work to do. So let's go find a little bit more nickel. We just need 8 pieces and then we'll be good to go. I think we got to go put the tracker back in. I should move the tracker in here, actually. Might not be warm enough yet.
Filter low.
Oh, the filters, right. Maybe we should do that first. Let me do that first. All right, filter time. Making some CO2 filters for my suit. I'm gonna throw the rest in the recycler. Hi, Mary Applehoff, and I speak for the worms, for the worms cannot speak. We gotta head over here. This one. We are making some carbon dioxide. Can we make the big ones yet? If we got some constantan, we could. What does constantan require? More nickel. Okay, great. No, we're not doing that. Okay, regular will have to do for now. At least that only cost iron. It is kind of inefficient though. You want to upgrade to the better ones sooner rather than later. But we're gated by nickel currently. There we go. Filters reloaded. Go charge our battery. Turn on the... I'm gonna actually open this up for 90. We'll let that vent a little bit. So fun fact, when I was a kid, I at one point had a rat tail and at one point had a bowl cut. Because I grew up in the 90s, and when you're a kid, you don't really get to decide what your hair looks like until you're a little bit older. So basically my parents, probably my mom specifically, was like, this looks cute, let's do this. And I'm like, well, I'm a kid, so what am I gonna do? I did eventually know better. And I think what really sealed the deal for me was the time that I had to wear a Speedo to the pool. And I felt horribly, horribly embarrassed. And I don't actually know why. I mean, I know why now, but I don't know why I, even as a kid, knew that this was like a terrible idea. I don't think anybody should ever wear a Speedo unless you're swimming competitively in the Olympics or something. That sounds like child abuse. What, wearing a Speedo? I don't think so. I mean, sure, I probably would have said that then, in much the same way that I think sending me to school is child abuse because I didn't want to go. But unfortunately, the rest of the world doesn't see it that way. And also, they'd probably be like, well, actually, real child abuse is not sending your child to school. It's like, yeah, okay. You say so. And we're not gonna find nickel in the middle of the night. It's just gonna be a disaster. Should have threw something in the ice crusher. You know what? Let's just go back. The sun's not even up right now. We'll throw something in the ice crusher before we head out. Bowl cuts and whatever a rat tail is. The rat tail. We saw the kid with the rat tail. It's like a really thin piece of hair, like that goes down from the back of your head. Kind of like those Padawan braids in Star Wars, which I realize nobody here actually likes or watches Star Wars except for me. And I don't even like it. I just watch it for some reason. None of the new I haven't watched any of the new stuff. I think the only thing was that Emmy watched The Mandalorian because of Baby Yoda, and I caught a little bit of it. I wasn't really paying attention though. I know there was one, who was that like comedian that was in one episode, or maybe possibly more than one episode? Bo Burnham? Was it Bo? No, not Bo Burnham. He's the one that did that concert about the internet. There's the other guy. Someone will tell me in the comments, I'm sure. Sounds more like a mini mullet. Not quite. Oh, nickel, nice. I mean mini on like a really mini scale. It's more like a small, it's just a small braid basically. I don't think it has to be a braid. I don't think I had it braided. It was just like a really small, long piece of like a collection of hairs that go down. It looks like a rat's tail. That's why it's called a rat tail. I don't know why you would ever want your kid to have a rat tail. Pigtail, sure. Ponytail, okay, I get it. Rat tail? No, come on. Nobody likes rats. Well, some people like rats. But I don't want to look like one. Ooh, okay, we got a full stack of nickel. Oh, this is great. Well, I guess we already finished the job then. That's the whole reason we came out here, was to get a bunch of nickel. And here we go, we found a bunch. All right, 2 stacks of nickel. We're getting very lucky. This is great. There's more. All right, well, never mind. All of our nickel needs are covered for a while. We might get a full 3 stacks out of this. So I would not recommend having a rat tail in 2024. I think the broccoli cut is where it's at right now. If you want to be a trendy Zoomer kid, you got to have the broccoli cut. When I was in like middle school age, I think the really big thing was like the Justin Timberlake, young Justin, not like young-ish Justin Timberlake, not young, like the frosted tips, or I guess any of the boy band looks, like frosted tips, maybe like a perm kind of thing. Obviously that Leo look, that was a little earlier. We saw in that video with the sun had the Leonardo DiCaprio hair. Not in Titanic, probably from one of the other movies he was in. Emmy can fill us in on Leo. She was a big Leonardo DiCaprio fan. What do we got going on here now? Volatiles, need more volatiles. No problem, we got a bunch of them. Throw them in there. How's the water doing? Looks good, 11 degrees. That's warm enough to not freeze at the very least. All right, let's try to make some of that Inconel. We're at negative 62 right now. Things are really heating up. Slowly. How's this guy doing? So this is still letting out a little bit of air. What, there's a liquid in here? What liquid is it here? Oh, there's some pollutants, I see. Yeah, that's kind of a problem. All right, Inconel. So we need 20 of you. The nickel down here by the silver and the cobalt. This needs to get smelted, so let's smelt her up. Not hot enough, no problem. Little burst in there we go. So we now have 20 steel, 20 nickel, and 40 gold, which should be enough. That's constant then. Inco. Yeah, so half gold and then a quarter each of the other one. So we should be good now. Let's take a look. All right, and then what is the pressure? The 23.5. Okay, so it's mostly going to be pressure related. Let's get on that. Temperature, not so much. We will see though. This is a tough one. Emmy says we need you to listen to the new Lisa song after stream and give us your opinion. Okay, sure, whatever. Who's we? Obviously not my stream. Nobody in my stream cares about the latest K-pop single. Do it live? I can't. I'll get copyright struck. I'm not willing to do it. I'll put it on the Discord though. Your K-pop friends? All right. Just because they seem cool. And you bring them into the stream sometime. All right, how much pressure can we get? What did I say? 23.5 to 24. That is very narrow. And yeah, as long as it's above 600k, we're good. Kelvin, not 1000, by the way. Get a little more in there. Okay, everything looks good. Just slowly pump in more gas. I have seen some designs where instead of using fuel, you just use preheated gas. That way you don't have to worry about the potential problems created from combusting inside. Am I gonna do it live on my Discord? I guess. Do I have to? Can I just listen to it and then post my opinion? But then I gotta stop streaming and then close everything down and then... Oh, you didn't hear what I said. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna finish the stream in a little bit here. It's like 20 minutes and then I'll listen to it and then you guys can all hear what I have to say about the new Lisa song. Probably not as good as La Lisa, but it's better than, I don't know, Boy with Love or whatever. All right, 20.8. All right, a little bit more to go here. 21. Maybe I should have this out so I can monitor. See if anything is combusting. Okay, things are still combusting. We'll let that finish combusting then. A little more. There we go. How is the okay, power is looking good. That's awesome. Temperature and pressure is looking good in here. We can turn off the computer. Oh, here we go. It's turning on. Let's monitor. Temperature holding steady. Incredible. I can't believe it. It's actually working. This is wonderful news, guys. It's the battery or the thing is running. Everybody's happy. I can't believe it. Finally got it working, maybe. I guess we'll let it keep running then. All right, how is this thing doing? We're at 22.7. We need a little more. Hopefully I'm not like out of fuel. Boy, I sure hope not. Do, 23.3. 23.4. A little more. 23.5 and Inconel. Ready to rock. Okay, sensor goggles, here we come. Finally. Got our first big alloy. So give me some Inconel. Give me the sensor goggles, the sensor lenses, and then we'll get the prospecting one, and now we're off to the races. And the best part is we don't need to spend all our time digging up coal for power, because we can just rely on the wind turbine and stuff. We need a shower and a drink and some food. All right, no problem. I do actually need to start thinking about sensor ore scanner. That requires gold and copper. No problem. We got gold and copper. There's some gold. Oh, did the music run out again? Okay, no problem. We got another one here. Here's one. This will probably work. Little Kirby. And what was the other thing I needed? Copper. Copper. Throw it in there. Great. I need to worry about making food. That's the thing that I was going to say. Make me a sensor processing unit or a scanner. We have the glasses. We just need a battery now. And we can throw a battery in there, and bada bing, bada boom. We got ourselves the best item in the game. So let's get a battery. Battery large, please. And maybe we can start making nuclear batteries and stuff. Well, we're out of copper now, so whatever. Do that. Swap that out. Swap that out. Swap this out. Put it in the sensor lenses. Okay. How's this doing? 5 whatevers. We're gonna go ahead and open this. I think it'll freeze, but that's okay. I don't mind. How's the oxygen looking? -44, so it's getting there. We're warming this place up. It's taking its time. Go eat, drink, set the tracker, recharge the batteries, and then we'll go... What do we even need? What is astroloy? I think silver? Copper... Oh, cobalt. Copper, steel, and cobalt. I think astroloy is the next big thing we want to make. All right, here we are. We will take off our suit. Get our stuff up. Do have potato. Potato good. Delicious potato. Not as good as the cereal bars we used to be eating. But at least we're not eating raw potatoes, and that's what matters. All right, batteries. I think we're good on batteries for the most part. Okay, so let's swap this out. There we go. That in there, turn it on. Oh, turn it on. Switch this out with the tracker. And now we get to go have some fun. If you guys have never seen the sensor goggles before, they're wonderful. They let you see through the ground. It's basically like Minecraft hacks. And you can see all the ores underground and just go dig them up as you need them. So why don't we start with, hey, there's some more nickel down here that we missed. Let's start with that, huh? Oh yeah, okay, what is this? We got oxite, water, cobalt. There's some copper here. I think every game needs this. Every game where you mine needs something like this. It's so cool. Silicon, I don't think, well, I guess we'll get it while we're out here. And look at that big ol' iron vein over there. And there's some, oh, there's a ton of gold down there. Wow, look at that. Let's go get that, huh? And get all that gold. Would be better if they went beep beep. The goggles? They make like a humming noise. But sure, I'll take a beep beep. Why not? Only problem is it's kind of hard to see the environment around you because of the like AR layer that's going over top of everything. So you got to be a little careful you don't get like stuck in a weird spot. I should make the better drill too. Maybe the combustion drill or the pneumatic drill. I've heard that's really good. Or even just the heavy drill would be good. Because this thing is slow. Holy cow. All right, I'm gonna go focus my efforts on that. Get a better drill going. Turn it off. Turn off. And into the, go back. Rilip just got back from the shower and saw the yellow bricks. Thought you were thought I started another fire. No, we're just using the sensor glasses now, so we can see where all the ores are hiding. Just the best. I mean, I really feel like we've succeeded at this point. If we hadn't already succeeded before when we got to steel, now it's official. All right, let's throw some more volatiles in there. We will need to get more ice, it looks like. But let's focus on what did I say? The heavy drill? We could try the pneumatic drill too. I actually don't know how that works. Drill. Pneumatic mining drill. Let's take a look. So, it uses a gas canister. It doesn't actually say anything. You just put a gas canister in. All right, what about the heavy drill? This is stuff for mining in space. The heavy mining drill requires steel, electrum, invar, and solder. I think we have all that actually. Oh, are the windmills going? They sure are. Look at that. Okay. Heavy mining drill. Let's go. Heavy. Too far in a few places. Electrum and solder we need. I don't really want to make more. I think we have some floating around here. Whatever, we'll make some. I will just make a little bit, like 10. Oh wait, we have gold right here. Okay, electrum is pretty easy. What is that? Low temps? No, low pressure. Okay, no problem. Just start venting that out and throw, say, 25. And nope, that's gold. We want the silver. 25. So half and half. And then we just got to get the pressure down below 2.4. Which with this one is super easy. With the advanced furnace, it's like trivial. The other furnace, it's a little bit tougher. 0.5, and there we go. There's our electrum. For the solder, that's the slightly harder part, right? Because we gotta get, I think we have iron. We do have lead. We'll just make a full stack of it. So let's get the pressure way down so it's easier to affect the temperature. And then we need half and half iron and lead. There we go. And that should really, yeah, that should cool down real fast because there's so little pressure. And what's the pressure requirement for solder? 1 megapascal, so that's easy enough to maintain. In fact, we should probably be able to get that. I throw in 50? Yeah. Stack of iron here should do it. Maybe not quite. It actually is heating up because there's some combustion happening in the chamber. That sucks. Okay, let's throw some ice in. We have some. Not nitrice, that would be a terrible idea. That could result in the creation of nitrous oxide, which would then result in some other undesirable consequences. All right, so we're switching over to the heavy drill. I know it's not the pneumatic drill. Everybody was excited about that, but so be it. Doesn't ice have oxygen in it and makes it hotter? Not if there's nothing to combust with. It's not magic. Oh, hold on. We made one. Okay, we're good. I put the battery in. And this is the real deal right here. So let's get out there and start making it happen. How's the heat coming along? We're at -60 right now. Still got a ways to go. What time is it? 8:50. All right, we got 10 minutes to go mining. So it's time for a little shopping spree. We're gonna grab everything we can. Gonna throw everything in the backpack and we're just gonna fill it up till we can't fill it no more. Let's do this. All right, sensor goggles are on. Let's do it. So we're specifically going to be looking for copper. So here's copper. Oh, let's go. Look at that. That's like 100 times faster. I'm glad I didn't stick with the crappy drill and we made this thing. It was worth the detour, I think. Every game that requires you to mine for resources should have better mining equipment. I feel like Deep Rock Galactic right now. All right, there's some coal. We don't care about coal right now. We can grab this copper though. And what is that? Is that nickel down there? Let's go grab that nickel too, huh? Look at that. We got 2.5 stacks of copper from like 10 seconds of mining. And now we're about to get a bunch of nickel too. Nice. All this time we were like, oh, I need more nickel, I need more whatever. Now it's like, okay, now we have too much. Holy cow, look at all these minerals down here. This is crazy. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. So we got copper. There's some gold over here. I see some cobalt up above we can grab. Oh, looks like we're full up. Let's start throwing stuff into the backpack. I should make some more mining backpacks too. We could go crazy just like mining for, you know, 10 minutes and then come back and try to sort through everything. Let's get this cobalt. We're gonna need a bunch of that for the advanced alloys. No problem. And the best part is when we're done, we can just mine up until we shoot out of the ground. It's great. It's a technique I've used many times before. Patent pending. I call it the sandworm, although it doesn't quite make sense on an ice planet. We're drilling. 62 days without dying. All right. We got to start a trade post at some point. I've been putting it off, but I think now is about the time we would want to start that. Oh, there's some silver here. Silver we really need. For some reason I thought this was silicon. All right, throw that in there. We got a stack. All right, now the game has officially begun, chat. Everything before this was just prep. Now the game starts for real. It only took us like 3 weeks, maybe more. I've been paying attention. Mighty Stoosh is saying that's why he made an auto sorter. The problem was it took you so long to make the auto sorter, we stopped playing before it was done. You gotta have solutions that are ready to go. This is like, oh, we rolled out the new car, and it's like, yeah, everybody's driving helicopters now, man. You took too long. Although, except nobody's flying helicopters, because again, we had this discussion earlier. Do you really want people who can barely drive to be... Oh, come on. Be flying helicopters? No. That's like a recipe for disaster. All right, we're making, now we're getting too much ore now. This is a problem. All right, let's sandworm ourselves out of here. Look at that. We're free. Okay, let's take a look at the backpack. Wow, we really did fill that up, huh? Okay, we got copper. Okay, full stack. Iron is not full. Coal is full. Nickel is not full. Gold is full. A lot of silver. Okay, all right, I guess we're done for now. Like I said, goes pretty quick, and we barely even had to wander away from the base. Give it 10 years and AI will be better drivers. I am all for self-driving cars. I have zero qualms about them. I think it's, as much as people want to bitch about it, it's probably way safer than letting normal people drive. Because AI is never going to be texting and driving. At the very least. At least it shouldn't be. I don't know how that would work. Okay, so we have copper. All right, we got full stacks here. A little bit too much, maybe. I may have gone too far in a few places. Got some coal that we don't have to waste on power, which is great. We have silver. A lot of silver. We have ice that we need to dispose of. More silver. Oh, this is a lot. More copper. I guess we'll put that in the overflow. Holy cow. It's way too much copper. I don't think we're gonna need that many cables. Probably end up using it for alloys though. Some cobalt. Some more nickel. Great. That's wonderful. Okay, cobalt, copper, more nickel, iron, silver, and coal. Okay, looks good. That's true. AI can text and drive. Good point. We don't have to worry about it texting and driving because it's perfectly capable of doing so. No need to worry. All right, let's take this out. What's it at right now? 5? And we should probably try to fill this up, huh? Curious what the temperatures, how long it's gonna take to actually temperaturize everything. Oops. Close that. Wrench that down. Then we'll go hit the filtration area. So looks like we're low on oxygen now. Throw it in there. Ooh, ooh. What's the water at? That's not what I wanted. 11.4 is still, so not too much temperature changing. Okay, that's running. Says I need a shower. Rilip says we're willing to forgive humans, but not technology. I guess it's kind of like flying is the safest, but being in a plane crash is way scarier than being in a car crash, even though you're more likely to die in one than the other. I think it's that lack of control. Like, you assume, we as humans, we have this assumption that, oh, well, you know, it won't happen to me because I'm driving and I'm a good driver. But like, if the pilot decides to go crazy and blow up the plane or whatever, you have no control over that. It's scarier. It's 9 o'clock. Okay, this is actually a good stopping point then. I'm inside. We've made some major progress today. I think we finally fixed the gas fuel generator. I know I've said that every day, every stream I've said, we fixed it, guys. This time I think for sure. Anyway, so thanks everybody for coming out. We're gonna keep playing Stationeers. I'm having a blast. Remember, if you have some ideas for the next game, let me know, because I'm currently looking. I'm like scouring Steam every day. I'm like, is there anything new come out? Obviously I can't play The Legend of the Masturbator. Oh shoot, the summer sale started. Oh man. Okay, all right, I'll have to look at the summer sale. Maybe there's some good stuff on here. I do have some stuff on my wish list. It's probably on sale. Pioneers of Pagonia? Oh man, this looks awesome. Okay, well, we'll talk about that more tomorrow for the Steam summer sale. Anyway, everybody have a good night. I will see you tomorrow, Friday. It'll be great. We'll play more Stationeers. We'll talk about the Steam summer sale. Until then, be good. Bye-bye.